mm, mm, mm.
That was easy.
Listen, people, I'm so paranoid after last week's show with Bryan Kramer that I don't want to break anything. So everything you see here is manual, including my lower left, and that cracks me up. Unstoppable. There's that, and my tiara, and it's unstoppable because look who's in his house. Who's this?
It's me. Hey!
Look me in the eye. How are you?
I am doing great.
Yes, you are.
The only thing I will tell you is I'm back in New York, and I'm hating it. It's like snowy and freaking cold, and I don't even want to go downstairs because it's colder down there because all the hot air rises, and, you know, I'm expecting that you're going to turn my day around.
I know. I hope so. You need a Snuggie and a hug.
Oh,
that's what you need. And guys, I didn't even say who he was because you all know who he is because you've been waiting for over 2 weeks now. It's Ted Rubin, RonR, whatever you want to say. He's in the house. And I'm not even going to applaud. I'm just going to do the easy button for you.
That was easy.
You know, just want to be clear, since Mia likes to make fun, it's RonR. Let's just be clear. He likes to call me Ron because of that tactical marketing error I made years ago of not paying attention to my own advice of, you know, reaching out and asking your audience rather than deciding for yourself.
But again,
that's a story unto itself.
And we're going to get into that, which I love. And you flip the script and you turn it into something good. So, yes, we do the RonR joke, but it is return on relationship, which I love. So, listen, guys, I'm not going to do any audience comments today. Seriously, I'm afraid to break something. Your BFF, Bryan Kramer, of course, was on last week, and we talked a lot about you. I hope your ears were burning.
I can't believe you're outing me. You're telling everybody that Bryan's like my my bromance guy.
Your man crush. Bryan's my man crush. I love that guy.
I just hope my buddy John Andrews isn't listening, my ex-business partner, because he'd be a little jealous, to be perfectly honest.
He'd get a little butthurt.
Yeah, he's trying real hard to get me to share his room down at South by instead of, you know, where I'm supposed to be staying. And, you know, I don't want him to hear me talking about Bryan.
These are awesome uptown problems when people are fighting to get you to stay at their house, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Those are good stuff. So let me just look over at the event real quick and just see. There's a ton of people here. They were so patient. Again, thanks all for being patient when I had to reschedule from 2 weeks ago. You know, shit had to get real for Mama to reschedule. So thanks again. We've got Cherylnn, of course, Bill Reed, Coach G, Carmen's coming from Spain. You got some international people up in this mug waiting for you, Ted.
Awesome. Is my buddy Jose on there too?
I don't know. I'll see if he's here. He needs to pipe in. Dustin Stout, Lany Sullivan. Speaking of Lany Sullivan, look at this. Hello. Early birthday present. May the force be with you. And flowers from Lany. I feel fancy, just so you know. So, all right, Ted, let's get into you, darling. Let's talk about you. You have 2 books. I've read both of them. I read them both again. Let's talk about Return on Relationship and letting people.
You actually read them?
Yes, darling.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. Well, I read them 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little rusty on it, but I did give a little peek at it again. I'm loving everything you said. Oh, I stalk everybody that comes on my show, Ted.
Okay, you're probably a lot more familiar with Return on Relationship than I am. I mean, that book I wrote that book in the end of 2012. Let's see, what is that?
A lot of stuff's gone on since then. I'm going to read it. You ready? Because I wrote it. I wrote it down. ROR is the value that is accrued by a person or brand due to nurturing a relationship. ROI is simply dollars and cents, whereas ROR, or RonR, is the value both perceived and real that it will accrue over time through loyalty, recommendations, and sharing. Boom.
Bam. You know, really to simplify, what I like to say is that ROI is simple dollars and cents, and ROR is about people. But one thing I want to make clear from the start, because a lot of people misunderstand this, and I get quoted in a way that isn't appropriate, in that I am not saying ROR versus ROI. What I'm saying is ROR enhances ROI. ROR, return on relationship, when you pay attention to the people, it will increase your ROI, your return on investment. And let's not mistake anything. ROI is the ultimate. It's what's important. It's not only for business, but even in our personal lives. ROI is a part of everything we do. Now, it's not the same ROI. It might not necessarily be money. It's the value. What are we willing to give up to do something we want to do? We want to help people. What's the ROI? We are getting ROI. We're getting a return on investment by how it makes us feel, or by what other people say about it, or how it enhances our reputation. A lot of other things. So I just want to make sure that's clear. To me, is if you wrap a return on relationship shell around everything, you will enhance almost everything that you're doing.
Well, I think that's everything that you say. I don't hear you say many things that it's like, disagree or don't put this in your life. It's everything about enhancement. It's a balance of different things. So I agree, and I think ROI is really important for all of us. We should have that. If we're going to invest our time, because time is money, right? Then there needs to be an ROI for the relationships. But what was great was having Bryan on last week. So he does the H2H, and he talks so much about how the return on relationship and the human to human lives in the same neighborhood, and so it's so complementary.
Did Bryan tell you the story how H2H came about how the book came about?
He did. He's like, and Ted just busted into my presentation. Brilliant, by the way, brilliant.
No, I love the slide. It was just a slide. It was one slide out of a whole presentation. But here's what I love about it. It's not about whether I, pushed it out there and people loved it. What it was about is it's about listening to your followers. It's about putting something out that people all of a sudden say, oh my God, I love that. And then knowing and being aware enough and paying attention enough to jump and realize that's something you want to, like what I like to call, drive a truck through. I mean, it's the way my TedSockie started. I mean, people started noticing I wear funky socks. Mom bloggers started taking pictures of them. Every day people started asking, what is he wearing tomorrow? CEOs and CMOs of major corporations started finding a way to open a conversation with me. And I do it. And when people say to me, when are you going to stop? I said, I'm going to stop when people stop caring. And, it's that simple.
It's such great engagement. It gets everybody excited. It's a great handle to carry you around with, to be honest. They use that phrase, like, give me a handle to carry you. I don't know how to engage with you. And that's the easy, simple way to get in. The two things that I'm loving, we talked a lot about it last week, and I know we'll talk about it too, is storytelling and then seizing these opportunities like that. Because I know you said, for those of you who didn't hear the story, Bryan had the slide up, which was, there's no more B2B or B2C. It's now H2H.
Yes, and he went on to his next slide, and I said to him, go back, I want to get a picture of that. And, of course, being Bryan, he, jumped out in front, doing some kind of a dance. I got the photo, I pushed it out to all my social channels and all my Twitter handles, and it blew up. It got 80 million impressions. People were going crazy over it. And Bryan said, hey, I'm on something. He wrote a few more things about it and then said, I got to get out the book, and had the book out, I think, within 60 days. I mean, it might be even sooner, so it's pretty cool. And, just to back this up a second, because we are talking a little bit about return on relationship. Return on relationship, as my brand, as my hub, started very similar to the same way. This is back in end of 2008, the beginning of 2009. I was at Elf Cosmetics. Yes, it was a family-owned business, but with all the stuff, I was jumping into social in a big way very early, doing things that most of my competitors in the cosmetics arena couldn't do. And things were going great, but of course my bosses every day wanted to know, well, how are we making money off of this? And what are we promoting to these people? And why don't we start using it like an email list? And I had to keep them at bay. I took ownership. This was my baby. Don't even think about touching my baby. I mean, I kept all the passwords private. They were all with my email addresses, not the company email address, because I didn't want anybody messing with my stuff and going.
I could just see the hand smack, just bam.
Stay away from that. And of course, they started asking me about this, and I'm in their office one day, and they're giving me a hard time about ROI, and finally they said, well, tell me, what is this? And I said, guys, it's not about ROI, it's about ROR. And they look at me and they go, what's that? I go, return on relationship. And so here's where it got a little sticky. The meeting was about to end, thank God, because they sit there and they start thinking, they go, ROR, return on relationship. Listen, the meeting's ending now because we have another meeting, but we want you back maybe tomorrow or the next day, and we want to hear more about this return on relationship. And I'm like, uh-oh. This better be more than just something I've been kind of daydreaming about and thinking about. So for the first time, I threw out a tweet, and I said, it's not just about ROI, it's about ROR, return on relationship. And at the time, I had what was considered a lot of followers. I think I had about 1,200 followers. And I got 20 retweets in like 5 minutes.
Totally resonated with people, right?
And I said, I'm onto something. And then a few people asked some good pointed questions, and I jumped in with an answer. And then I wrote a blog post about it. Little by little, it started taking on a life. And then I had people around me saying, this is really something you need to take ownership of. You got to write more about this. And it just kept progressing, and I went back into their office a few days later, and they said they get this, and this makes sense, and they built their business off of people liking their products and sharing it. It was a very different world of sharing it, earlier on, and I just kept adding to it, and then I have a friend that says, you've got to write the book, and I'm like, dude, I don't write books.
I don't want to.
I have trouble writing more than a tweet. I love Twitter because all of a sudden it allowed me to get recognition for writing one freaking sentence. And that was awesome. And by the way, the same guy that told me I had to write the book said to me, and you have to start writing all the time in your blog. And I'm like, oh, come on, really? And he said, listen, dude, it's just like drinking. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Hey.
So don't worry about it. And I know you've done really well improving your drinking skills. So I'm sure you can handle this. And it just took on a life of its own. And I kept publishing. And then finally, Catherine Rose, who was my co-author, came to me and her, like many others, said, when are you writing the book, Return on Relationship? You have to write this. I'm like, Catherine, I don't write books. And she goes, let's go to lunch. She comes into New York, she takes me to lunch, and she says, we're writing the book, we're writing it together. It can be all your stuff. I'm a relationship marketer, so it's in line with my brand, but I will make sure the book gets written. I will build an outline. I'll put together the table of contents. I'll help you write it. And, I got to tell you, without Catherine, there wouldn't have been the book. So.
Partnership.
Yep. There you have it.
And you know what, I love hearing that too, because you and I are cut from the same cloth. I always say I'm a really great reader and a crappy writer. Right. I'm the same way. When I hear that, people are like, you need to write a book. And my response is, son of a bitch.
Right. Or I
want to.
I talk well.
That's why I have a show.
And I need people. So it happens that through Catherine, I met our editor at the time, April Parcher, who has now become, technically my partner. She helps. She edited and put together the book, How to Look People in the Eye Digitally. I blurt it out. I write blog posts. I write 3 paragraphs that make no sense at all, out of context. And she takes all that crap that I send to her and she makes it work as a book. And she puts it together and she fills in paragraphs, and she's amazing. And I'm working on a new book with her called The Age of Influence, and it's great because without someone like that, I could never publish. I'm not the guy that sits down and writes manuscripts and hands them off to somebody. It just would never happen. She also yells at me and says, "I need more. Get me something. We can't wait till next month." So it's good for her.
She translates TED to English.
So shout out and kudos to April Parcher. I love you, April. Wouldn't be able to do it without you.
See, guys, so everybody be encouraged. One, if you want to write a book, you have an idea, partnership, collaboration, this is what it looks like, is this one too. Now, with Looking People in the Eye Digitally, did you say that was something you did in collaboration then too?
No, that's my book.
Like a big boy, you had your big boy pants on, huh?
I have my big boy pants on, but again, without April, it wouldn't happen. April's the one that makes it make sense. I just blurt out all this crap, and she brings it together into a table of contents and a book and an outline and everything else. She's amazing. And she's also great because we have these conversations that she records, and then she takes a lot of the stuff that just comes into my head or that I'm thinking about but I forgot to write down, and she turns it into something that actually makes sense. But real quick, I just want to give a real quick Return on Relationship shout out to at Delta today. They came through for me. At Delta Assist came through for me big time. I was looking to change a flight, and with all the craziness going on with the snow and the issue they had, unfortunately, at Kennedy Airport, which could happen to anybody, at LaGuardia, their phone lines were absolutely impossible to get through on, and the social team came through for me, got my change on my flight. And thanks.
Let's do this. Hey, everybody out there, tweet to Delta tag.
It's Delta Assist is what they like, at Delta Assist.
Gotcha, and then mention at Ted Rubin and the Mia Connect. Let's see what happens. Let's start a fire.
And give them a hashtag RonR for. Here's what it's about. It's not about fixing. It's about paying attention and listening, and being responsive. That's what it's about.
We talked so much about that last week, and I know when you and I and Joel were on a couple weeks ago too, we spoke on that as well, of brands that are just getting it done right, which is so much fun to do, and then they're responding. And I know with my stalking, I watched an interview of you recently as well, talking about different brands. I think you were saying that JetBlue, sometimes they don't really care for Facebook, but they're rocking it on Twitter. So I know the biggest thing for brands, and Bryan calls it the wrecking ball, is just leaving money on the table and not responding at all, right?
Well, I got to tell you, JetBlue is probably the best out there. They're absolutely amazing when it comes to responsiveness and listening. But it's not just JetBlue. I would like somebody to tell me a brand that's actually regularly engaging and responding to people on Facebook. It's like Facebook is just not, they've decided it's not for it. They've decided that Twitter is their communication tool. But when people make comments or talk to them or ask questions on Facebook, unless it's part of a direct conversation of a campaign they're doing, nobody responds. I don't get it. And talk about leaving money on the table. Oh my God. Facebook is so incredible, but I think part of it that they're afraid of is that people write diatribes and instead of quick little tweets that they can respond to. But you know what? It's as simple as just saying, thanks, appreciate the comment. I mean, it's so easy to train either
a +1 or, yeah, like it, hello.
Or just basic employees or interns to do this stuff, just to +1 it, just to do something saying, hey, we saw that you made a comment or that you said something about us. Even brands that are asking questions on Facebook because their idiot agencies are telling them that's the way to get engagement. I love
it, Ted Rant.
So they ask questions, but then they don't even pay attention to the fact that you answered them. They just go, oh, great, guess what? We got 71 comments. High five. Let's pay the agency $20,000 for that. That's cool.
It's just such automated thinking, which is archaic too, because they are leaving money on the table with engagement. We all love it. I mean, it's like in a bad relationship when you're telling a story. You're like, honey, are you listening to me? And they're like, what? It's the same kind of analogy too. Here's what oh, here we go. Ted on the move.
Turning on the lights in my room, see if we can get a little better.
You need to, yeah. I like how you got that plane behind your head too.
Yeah, that's really cool. That was a buddy of mine who became a really good friend and ended up in the Air Force, and that is an AWAC flying over Reykjavik in Iceland. It's pretty cool.
Badass, just like you. You know what I love about you? Let's talk about you. What I love about you, among many things. I love it that you have the expertise because you're working with brands. I know you're doing a lot of. You're with a couple different. Are you with? You're doing like Dynamic Signal. Is Social Fabric still in your world too?
No, I mean I'm still the 5th largest shareholder of Collective Bias, which owns Social Fabric, but I'm not. But I'm not involved with them whatsoever in any day-to-day way. But I work with a bunch of startups: Dynamic Signal, Aptaris, Mutual Mind, and a few others. Brand innovators. And I also work with major brands. I've done a lot of work with MasterCard, with Progressive Insurance now, with MaryKay, who I love.
I know you spoke for them recently, right?
I was the MC for their 3-day global marketing conference, and I keynoted the last day with MaryKay's grandson in the audience, who runs all their investments, their CEO, and their vice chairman. And here was the coolest part. At the end, after I finished, and a lot of times I talk about skipping and what it means to metaphorically make your consumer skip. The CEO skipped onto the stage. And it was made very clear by all employees that is not something the CEO normally would tend to do. So they felt they had a great effect, which was really fun.
I love how you talk about, is that Cheryl Adkins Green? I know you've talked about her, that you love how she's so active in social.
I love how active she is in social. You tag her, you'll hear from her. She tweets every day. She's on Instagram. She's really getting it. I mean, Sara McAloon is another CMO who's at Cici's Pizza now, who used to be at Sbarro's, and Paige O'Neil from SDL, who's another client of mine. They're getting. I mean, Paige actually spent a day with me for me to work on her social skills and some kind of ideas of how to build her brand. And they're really taking this to heart. They're understanding that if they don't get it, how can they possibly make it a part of their business?
She got Rubinized, huh?
She got Rubinized, she did, yeah.
So here's what I love. I mean, so you have all of the experience with brands, corporate, but then in the book as well. Guys, get the book, because it's hashtag because I said so. Y'all love that. But you give a lot of really practical advice for solopreneurs and entrepreneurs as well. I mean, it goes across the board.
You know, I love that. Can I start using that hashtag with my daughters? Because they just don't seem to get that. Like, I want to use because I said so. That's great.
Everybody says I always put that in my trailer, because I said so. So yes, hashtag that. Steal
well,
that bad boy.
No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it. I'm going to alter it and say it because Mia said so.
Yeah, that gets in there like, who's Mia? But okay.
She's the chick that wears the tiara. That's who Mia is.
Yeah, and I tell you, I'm really afraid of breaking stuff. So again, I'm Mia Voss. That's Ted Rubin, and he is unstoppable. I don't know why that cracks me up too. So give me some talk a little bit more. Let's talk to our solopreneurs and entrepreneurs out there. Give us some what not to do's and some advice on that too, on social.
Well, you know, for me, the most important thing is jump in. Forget about waiting for a comprehensive strategy. First of all, there's no such thing anymore because any comprehensive strategy, that's today's strategy. If it's being done right, that strategy is going to evolve and change probably within a week. I mean, it's one of the biggest problems in marketing today is that you can't just make a plan for the year and stick to it. And I say it's a problem because it's actually an opportunity for those who are willing to do it. It's a problem for those who don't want to put in the time or the effort because marketing has become much, much harder work than it used to be.
Yes.
So, I like to try to explain, especially to solo entrepreneurs and to home-based businesses and people just their personal brands, is that a brand is what you do. A reputation is what people remember. And, building a reputation means, walking the walk. It means demonstrating. And true leadership is, number one, doing what you're telling other people to do, and number two, building other leaders.
Yes.
And you can only do that by example. I mean, and I also think that most people have to realize, and I think small businesses know this more, except to scale it gets hard, so sometimes they fall into bad habits. It's that the world has changed, especially the marketing world. It's no longer about convince and convert. We need to change to converse and convert. And that's about engaging people and talking to them and letting them know you're listening. And, how do you show people you're listening? You make changes or you do things based on what they've told you. It's the best way to show people you're listening. That doesn't mean that you'll change something because they said to change it, but it means that you'll demonstrate that you've heard what they said. And especially don't go and ask advice if you're not willing to take it, because I see that happening all the time.
Ah, that's another one. Listen, I just want to back up the tape. Everybody wants to, because you just said so many good. I'm going to start calling you Bon Mott. Like, you just have so many good little quotable, nummy little, love you.
Here's another good one. We need to start viewing consumers as co-creators, or at the
Yes.
very least, as modifiers of the brand. And what I hear too much, I hear this mostly in big boardrooms, but I also hear it from individual business people, from a lot of consultants. Like, they'll say to me, I'll say, listen, you've got to listen to people and hear what they need, open up, ask questions. And they say, well, the best marketer ever, the guy who built one of the best companies, Steve Jobs, his line was, I don't ask people what they want, I tell them what they want. And I say, that's great. So if you're telling me you're the next Steve Jobs, then that's awesome. Okay, because if you are him, then first of all, I'd like to invest in you or your company. Okay, but the odds are neither you nor anybody in your company is the next Steve Jobs. So you better shut up and start listening.
Right.
And by the way, listening isn't only with your ears. Listening's with your eyes too. Because it's taking keys, it's seeing how people react, it's seeing what they do. And that's why I wrote the book, How to Look People in the Eye Digitally, because online, unfortunately, yes, very often, unless we're doing a lovely thing like we're doing here, you're not seeing people's expressions. So you have to look a little deeper. You have to read what they've written. You have to go to their profiles. You have to see where they're from. You have to make relevant comments so you see how they interact and engage. And that's just so important. And look, I'm no brilliant guy here. What I'm doing is I am reteaching what Dale Carnegie taught us years and years ago, okay? That it's about using people's names. It's about making it about them. It's about asking, how can I serve you? It's about aiming for ongoing engagement instead of writing something, getting an answer, and it's over.
So amazing that, I mean, it's a classic book from, 1936, and those principles, you can take it and apply it to any decade or any century. More
relevant today than it was the day it was written. Because back then there were only so many people you could come in contact with. Now
I was going to say, now we're a big bullhorn.
But beyond that, we're also a big engagement vehicle. I mean, what keeps me awake at night is not shooting out blasting messages. It's putting out my thinking and then listening and watching the people who interact and then engaging with them. And then all of a sudden I've got a new follower, but then they become a friend, and I get somebody where I know something about them. And it doesn't happen overnight, it's over time. And it doesn't happen with every single follower. It's going to happen with the ones that allow it to happen. Remember, the vast majority of people are lurkers. And they do what I call participate vicariously. So stop worrying about how many comments you're getting on your page. Just make sure there's people that regularly interact and engage with you, because everybody else is watching. And they're feeling and building that connection by watching the conversations you're having with others. Just like when you're at a cocktail party or a big networking event, there's a big room and there's maybe 5 people in the room speaking and everybody else kind of surrounding them. That person walks away from that conversation. They never said a word, but they feel connected to the people, especially the speaker, in that little group, because they feel like they got to know him and they heard him answer questions, and they watched that when other people brought up topics, he responded to them, meaning that if I did, he would have done it to me too, so you feel a part of it.
Well, I love that. I think you're saying, too, not being a size queen for numbers, right? And I think we have a little bit of an echo, but you guys, it happens every week, so get used to it. Get used to it. But yeah, not being concerned about numbers.
Right, and then here's another thing that so many people overlook. Get to know the people in your audience. Get to know the people you're interacting with. Know something about them. There's so much information available to now. There's no excuse not to know something about the people you're engaging with. I mean, it used to be, and by the way, you still do this now. When I was taught to meet people, and I still do this, I go into someone's office, I look at the pictures on the wall, I look at the diplomas, I try to see what are they interested in, what's a topic that I can start talking about that will build that emotional connection and that engagement. Now, all you have to do is Google somebody, go to LinkedIn, use the app Refresh, which sits on your iPhone, connected to your contacts, your email, to all your social channels, and at any period that you set, 5 minutes, 15, an hour before any meeting, it'll give you a link into the last emails you had with that person right in the app. You don't even have to leave it. It'll give you links into any notes that you put into your contacts file, and it'll tell you anything that they posted recently, their last few posts on social media channels.
What is that called? The Refresh.
It's called just Refresh. R-E-F-R-E-S-H. Not the Refresh. Not like the me of us. Just Refresh.
The Ted Rubin.
The Ted Rubin.
I think my new hashtag for you is be like Ted. Be like Ted.
Ooh. Be like Mike. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, there's a good precedent set there. I just read that Mike is now on the billionaires list. I mean, so.
Yeah.
I'll follow that lead.
All right, so tell us. I know you probably have to go soon. Tell us what you're doing next. What's up next for Ted?
Well, I think about that a lot, but I like to tell people and businesses, especially small businesses, is stop worrying about what's next and concentrate on what's now. And, so for me, a lot of what I'm concentrating on right now is just doing better what I already do. Doing better already what works. So I'm very engaging on Twitter. I've got a lot of handles. I'm trying to make them more engaging. I've always concentrated on @TedRubin. Also on @Parenting, P-A-R-E-N-T-N-G is another one of my handles. There I have a mom blogger that helps me out, Lori Pace, who's amazing. Because obviously I'm not going to answer mom's questions about being a mom, so she's involved. But a lot of my handles, I end up using a lot of my return relationship quotes, but don't get enough engagement, enough interaction. So I'm trying to do better what I do at @TedRubin and a few of my handles at more of those handles. So that's one thing. I'm trying to do the same with Instagram. Start engaging a little bit more. A lot of people just post on Instagram. If you go there also, you very rarely do brands or other people actually engage with the people that they're, because first of all, a lot of people don't realize, or the brands don't realize, or the individuals like us, that if Mia makes a comment on my Instagram and I respond to her, if I don't put her handle in the response, you don't even know that I responded, because it's not like Facebook where every comment gives you comes up on Facebook and lets you know there was something there. So what I'm trying to do most right now is do what I already do better. Engage, interact, build relationships, be there a little bit more for people, manage my time a little bit better. And then as far as other things, well, I'm trying to grow. I speak a lot around the country and the world. I've started hosting and emceeing events. I do that for brand innovators a lot. I just did an event for MaryKay, and I'd like to be doing that more often. I love it. I love that you're back on the stage in between every speaker, that you get to kind of bring the talks together. I love making comments on the fly. A lot of guys at MC prepare very hard before the events. They have notes, they have things about the speakers. I actually intentionally don't prepare that much because I want to make comments that are relevant to the conversation going on at the events rather than, oh, Mia Voss, yeah, you all know her, she's a little kooky, and she thinks everybody should listen to her, and she wears crazy tiaras and stuff like that. I'd rather talk about what I saw Mia do on stage then and tie it into everything else that we're there to talk about. So I'm kind of enjoying that. It's a lot of fun.
I think we can all just take a page from you.
For a second,
the echoes here, it's here to stay, but Ted is just amazing.
I have a suggestion. For a moment there, when you leaned forward, 2 of those Mia Connect circles went up like mouse ears, and I think that on the next show you should wear one of those, Disney Musketeer hats with your tiara on top of it.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take a picture and send it to you because I actually have a Disney tiara. The Mickey Mouse ears with the tiara. I got this. All right, where do we find you, darling? I think everybody knows, but tell us anyway.
Well, look, I'm easy to find. I'm at Ted Rubin on Twitter, at Ted Rubin on Instagram, Ted Rubin on Facebook. The only one that's different is Ted Rubin USA on YouTube, and that has to do with the crazy rules with Gmail and giving people access and stuff like that. Google me. The first 3 pages or so is me. The only one that's not me is the 97-year-old Medal of Award winner from World War II. Okay, that's not me. But listen, I just want everybody to realize that everybody in this audience, this is the age of influence where anybody can build a brand, affect change, make a difference every minute of the day, 24/7, without ever leaving their bedroom. Now, I'm not advocating not leaving your bedroom, but what I'm saying is you don't need budgets, you don't need money. All you need is the time. And the time doesn't just mean open-ended time at the end of the day. You can feed this in and do it during your day, find moments, connect with people, figure out shortcuts. It's real important. And don't ever forget that relationships are like muscle tissue. The more you engage them, the stronger and more valuable they become.
That, by the way, is Ted Rubin. Now you know why he's on my show.
Thank you for having me. I got to run.
Hey, listen, quick question. Are you going to be in New York on March 17th?
I am not. I am going to be in Miami on March 17th. I'm heading Sunday to LA. I'm there until the 12th. I'm at South by from the 12th to the 16th. I'm in Miami at Hispanicize and Perry Ellis the 16th to the 18th, and then I'm in Seattle from the 19th to the 21st. But I will be at Social Media Marketing World. If anybody's going to be there, March 25th to the 28th.
Bring your socks.
You bring your socks.
Bye, honey. Thank you so much.
Check it out. I'm wearing a really cool pair of socks that some people bought for me and sent to me. They're called Hero. And, I mean, check them out. They got a star on them. I mean, they're kind of fun. And they're really warm. So I'm wearing them today because it's freaking cold out.
I'm surprised you don't have 2 pair on. Bye, darling. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, guys, so it's just me. I don't know why there's an echo, but isn't Ted amazing? I friggin' love him so much. I was so glad we got to have him on in concert also with having Bryan on last week too. So I am going to bring a couple of people on. We're going to talk about next week, actually, if you guys don't mind. Let's start talking about some Italy. So as you guys know, it's the big new campaign. It's hashtag Mia on the go. I want you guys to start using that and tweeting it because I'm leaving on March 16th. I'm going to New York. So anybody who's in New York City on March 17th, you heard me just say that to Ted, that I want you guys, let me know, pop that here in the comments because I'd love for you to come out and meet me. We're going to be at my buddy's restaurant down in, I think it's in Tribeca. And then I'm leaving for Milan and going to hang out with Nazim and Buddy. And then I'm going to Venice and I'm going to hang out with Pio Dustin. Then I'm going to Rome. And then I'm going to Florence and Winerous, by the way. Let's talk about Winerous. Winerous is the reason why I get to go to all these places. So you guys need to go to winerous.com. Do it right now because there's a wine test. And so everybody needs to take the wine test because I have to tell you, this trip is pretty much going to be called the Wine Adventure. Guess what that means? Yay, wine. So go to winerous.com, you guys. Go do that. So let me pull in a couple people. Hopefully when you come in, it's not going to echo. So Google, get your SHIT together because I got mine together. So let's see if Bill Reed wants to come in and then Lany wants to come in. And anybody else, you guys, I want to get everybody in. Let's get some chat going. So, and let's talk about it. So next week, I'm going to have pretty much everybody that's been involved with this hashtag 50 in 2015 / Mia on the go. My birthday is March 22nd. So that's what this trip is all about. Is really just going out and exploring. I told myself 2 years ago that for my 50th birthday, that's right, I said 5-0, mofos. that I would go to Italy. So I'm making it happen. So yeah, that's what part of this trip is about. So I'm going to be doing live broadcasts, tweets, and it's going to be from all different places. We have all kinds of fun places that have decided to participate and bring me on for the adventures. So you guys have to stay tuned. So next week it's going to be Winerist, people from the Hotel de Malini, Bill. Everybody got to turn your broadcast off. Hi, Lany. Who's got the broadcast on? Son of a... I can't take you anywhere. Hey, Lany. Where are you at, girlfriend?
I'm in Seattle with Jessica Duell at a Starbucks.
I was going to say you got to be at a Starbucks. Where's Jessica?
Totally. Come on. Look at the background. Starbucks. She's right there.
I'll take a latte,
hey, girl. Yeah. I'll take a double half cap latte.
Oh my God.
All right, now that I can, now that I can actually bring in some comments, let's talk about everybody who's here. So Carmen is here. She says, "Va in Italiana, buon viaggi." Dave Pipe, my test wine always comes back to Merlot. Amen to that one, brother. You guys got to go take that one. Hashtag, Sheffy's got a new hashtag. Get your wine on.
That's a good one.
Let's see, Rain is in the audience. Some Italy, yeah. Nazim, Kristen, hi girlfriend. Fab-tabulous. Yeah, did you guys watch Ted? He was so good. He just has the best, like, but just I can't keep saying Bon Motts is it. So Stephen Q. Shannon is out in the audience. Lynn Abate, hello. She's one of the reasons. Hi. Hashtag me on the go. Thank you, Candy. Max is out there. One Great Life, Phil. He loves it. Elena Bellamati, hi honey. Dustin. So what about you guys? What's going on with you?
Who wants to go first?
I got the finger up. Listen, let's talk about Bill Reed for a second.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I know, cover your ears. I'm gonna talk about you. Okay, guys. So I met Bill in person, IRL, at in DC. Let's give a shout out to Adam in DC. Adam Zuckerman. He's the one that had the Collaborate, the Fosterly Collaborate. Then Bill came out, and so did Dr. Tammy. And I got to meet you, and then walk around with you at the conference and watch you harass.
Ask really hard technical questions.
Yeah, asking hard technical questions.
Demo dollies that don't know all of the stuff.
Yeah, along with our friend Hillary, the Destroyer of Dreams, because she was also asking them a lot of questions. It was awesome.
She was hilarious because she was asking questions, or not that, she wasn't asking questions. She was like, I don't get it. She was critiquing their sales methodology, saying, he's telling me all about this product, this Collaborate product, and how it applies to your car or whatever. She's like, I don't even know anything about cars. I don't, why are you pitching? Why is your guy pitching this? And that was kind of funny.
She really was Destroyer of Dreams. It was
totally
awesome.
ripped his dreams apart. This application's total shit.
But sometimes you need it. Oh, I think Candy wants to come in, by the way. Let's see if we can. I'm going to send this to Candy out in Japan. See if she wants to come on this. Honey?
Did you see Sheffy's? Did you see Sheffy's comment? He said, "Are you going to do your birthday show in your birthday suit?"
Yeah, I'm going to get right on that. Oh my God, that's awesome. Thank you. That's total Sheffy. He has the driest sense of humor I've ever seen, and I loves it. I'll think about it.
When is your birthday?
March 22nd, party people. So we are going to. So speaking of which, so next week it's going to be definitely Sheffy's going to come on, Larry, a lot of my board of influencers who is going to help me share this out, Winerist, two of the hotels from Rome. I'm going to have you mute yourself, Lany, because it's kind of loud, babe. Oh, look at who's here. Hi, Candy.
Hey, Candy.
Hello, girlfriend. Good morning from the early morning of Tokyo.
Yes, how are you?
It's been quite some time since the food and bush show.
Oh, we have to post that link. If you guys never saw that, it was so good. Candy did this live on remote, live on air. And where were you at? What was the name of the market again? I was starving by the end of it.
It's Seibu Department by Ikebukuro there at the second best business city in Tokyo.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Sheffy, if you're still out there, will you post that link? Because that was awesome. Candy, have you met Bill, by the way, and Lany that's here too?
Yeah, well, for Bill, we're always on the comments.
Yeah, of course.
We're back and forth.
On the other
We're back and forth. And this is the first time I'm in it. But Elaine, yeah, I saw her, shows a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Get to see y'all.
I know every people. And
I love it. This is why I was kind of so I love Ted. I wanted him here for the full hour for sure, but it was nice too because I just wanted to pull everybody on. And look who's here, my little twinsy. Did you guys? Here's a fun fact. Did you guys know? Who out there knows that Dawn Swick and I are exactly the same age and have the exact same birthday? Do we not?
Do you really?
We do for reals.
really?
We do. And girlfriend and I have been talking about celebrating our birthdays since our last birthday, right?
We have.
Look at how well you're healing up, girlfriend. You look beautiful.
Got a little black eye still.
She did. I love how you said last week that you tweeted your hospital because they took such good care of you.
Yes, they did. They worked so good.
They did. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
You know what? Listen, I know you can't be with me in Italy, but I'm going to bring you on the show. So we are going to have a live show from Milan with Nazim and Betty. It'll be same time, 10 a.m., but it's going to be 6 p.m. in Milan. So guess who's going to be drunk?
Nazim.
And Mia. So you guys have to look out for the contest. I basically said, who's going to outdrink whom? Because I'm coming from 5,000 feet. I'm talking a big game. I'll probably end up passing out. Nazim's going to draw like a permanent marker mustache on me and tweet it out.
Oh,
You have to take
now
pictures
you've
of
given me
that.
the idea.
You have to take a lot of pictures of that, Mia.
Yeah, I think so. He also said the recycling bin's going to be like clank, 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 clank.
Just be reading trash bags of bottles and cans.
We
every
get there
morning.
too. So listen, let me go back and give Bill a shout out again though. So listen, guys, I have go to my website, the Mia Connect, and go to the hashtag Mia on the go, and you'll see Bill's been helping me with my website. We've got this cool storyboard, so thank you to Thomas Hanna for that. And we're going to pimp that bad boy out. So pretty much during this whole trip, you guys are going to be able to go to my website and see what I'm doing and where I'm at and what I'm drinking.
Celebrate with me my birthday with your girlfriend. I'm just 4 days, I'm 4 days ahead. I mean,
What's your birthday?
just
Seriously? Are you a March baby?
I am a March baby like you.
I will celebrate. And I see you have a party nail as well. I'm just saying, don't think I didn't see that just now.
Well, the musician guys is giving a birthday bash here in G+.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's right.
I'm not looking forward, but I'm really honored for that, and I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, you post the link in the event link in this event too. We got to all share that out.
Yeah. If the birthday boys, actually, the musicians actually are planning this. If the event page is up, definitely everybody will be invited and we'll rock it. We're going to rock the house down.
I really wish that Candy would be upbeat and get excited about something.
I know.
I will do again another show for you. Ask for it and you'll got it.
Oh, I love it. Listen, I know the birthday boys did something for Christine DeGraff like a week or two ago, right?
Hey, it's Aaron Siang's birthday on Sunday.
I want one.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll tell the boys. I'll tell the boys before you leave Milan.
Yes, please, because I'll be in your time zone. Well, what time is it there for you? I mean, you're way ahead of us, right?
It's good morning,
Yes,
right?
You said good morning.
It's 2 o'clock early morning.
Girlfriend.
Okay, so you're still up, right? You're not just getting up.
Oh, well, it's Mia Voss. It's Sheffy. I have to be here, guys.
You just like set your alarm and get up at 1:30 in the morning and start just
I
hanging
never
out.
sleep. I never sleep because of this. I never sleep.
Yeah, because of Google Plus, you're like totally sleep deprived. I love it.
Yeah. So you're like Ed on Fight Club. You just don't even know what's happening around you.
Exactly, Neil. Well said. Well said. Yeah, exactly. That's
What
me.
happens on G+. Listen, real quick, I'm going to go back to Lany. Let's talk about next weekend. What's going to happen next weekend, girlfriend?
Dude, I'm coming to see you.
Hell yeah, you are. Did you all see this, by the way? Let's go back to this. So yesterday, I go out, and I have some stuff coming from Amazon, and there's another box there, and it wasn't chicken, and it said Amazon, so I was excited. And I open it up, and this bad boy is in there from Lany for my birthday. Hello. And I want you to know people are probably going to try and steal this from me. And, hello, what is this? This is birthday flowers from Lany. I feel like we should sleep together. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Is there going to be a hangout for this?
It's going to be a hangout for that? So Laney's coming to town next week. That was so inappropriate. I don't know where they. I'm not even drinking. You're coming to town next week, right?
I am. I'm moving to Denver too, so watch out, party people.
What?
Denver is gonna. Yeah, that just happened. Denver's gonna be the place to be.
I'm excited.
I know you're gonna be staying with our girl
Heck
Debbie.
yeah.
And we're going to have a little party here next Saturday night. So Denver peeps, I know Cameron's coming, Mike Bays is coming, you, Debbie, we'll probably have a couple other people. Some of my Hillary, Destroyer of Dreams, might be here. It'll be awesome. It'll be a good party. Yay, honey, I'm so
totally
excited for you.
So.
Yes. And you're this is more of an exploration. Oh, go ahead, honey.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be I was going to say, I'm going to jump off, too, so that way, because since I'm on mobile and loud and all that good stuff. But I wanted to say happy birthday. Mwah.
Mwah, thank you, honey. All right, sounds good. We'll get that hug in person and, whatever.
Nice to meet you, Lane.
Bye, honey.
Nice to meet you guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Hey, I'm just going to throw it out there. Listen, so you guys have about a week and a day. If you have something that you want me to take with me on my trip, because Dawn is giving me something that you want, there it is. Girlfriend and I are going to have.
Yours is in the mail.
Hold it up. Hold it up. I don't see it, honey. Oh, no, I don't see it. It's off to the side. It's off to the side, babe.
Oh,
there you go. Oh, so Dawn and I, yes, we're going to have matching necklaces that we're going to take, and I'm going to take pictures and tweet it out, hashtag Mia on the go. I have a feeling, and by the way, I noticed that you have a party nail, too.
I do.
All the cool kids have it, except Bill.
No, I don't.
We can hook you up, Bill. We can get you one.
Is it just, I just got to paint one of them? Does it matter which one?
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
Candy's
it
got it
does.
too. Yeah,
All
just
right.
paint one of them. Exactly. Listen, I need to give a shout out to Bojan Jankar. Says, when I go to Venice, I'll be very close to where he is, only about 3 hours and 36 minutes without traffic. This could be kind of crazy. I'm just saying. So I could see him too. But so if you guys do want to send me something, and it's got to be small, it's got to be little, let me know. Put it here in the comments. Tweet a picture of it at the Mia Connect and put hashtag Mia on the go, and I will take it and put it in inappropriate spots in Italy and take a picture of it.
Inappropriate.
Yeah.
Not on me.
Padlock. A
Okay.
padlock.
All right. Good.
Possibly at the Vatican, maybe next to the Pope.
Oh.
I'm gunning after the Pope, just so you know, and I don't mean it that way. I want to interview the Pope. I really, really do. I want to ride in the Pope movie. He is a cool dude.
You should also
He is.
interview the Dalai Lama. You should both do a a three-way interview with the Dalai Lama and the Pope. That'd be
And
killer.
it just started off like this. What's up, fellas?
Yo, bitches, right? I'm sorry, that's really sacrilege, right, or something.
I probably is. Let me pull in some comments, too. I want to see if maybe Lynn wants to come in as well. That would be awesome. Lynn,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
girlfriend. We probably have another few minutes to go, and we should jump off. I do hear a little bit of an echo, so if you guys will mute yourselves for a second. Yeah, we probably have we all have to go over to Sheffy's show after this, too. Let me see if Lynn... Oh, that was good. Let me see if Lynn wants to come in as well and make some comments. But I am hoping, here's what I'm hoping, that Mike Alton will send me a stormtrooper. What do you guys think about that? I think he should send me a stormtrooper so I can take pictures of it. Mike has a little, thank you for the thumbs up. Mike has a little photo series of stormtrooper that he carried around the U.S. So let me pull up a few more comments. I just invited Lynn in. Cherylnn says she wants to go to Italy for her 50th. She's going to see Weird Al in Baltimore for her 46. She can't wait to that's going to happen, and that's going to be good. Oh, hi, Corinne. She says Mia hangs out with the best here at Films New Mexico. Dawn, Dave Pipe. Dave Pipe, do you want to come on? Has anybody ever seen Dave Pipe?
I hear he looks like a dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragon. He's a dragon. He's a dragon.
He's the Sussex dragon. I'm going to invite him in. Let's throw down the gauntlet. How fun would that be to get Dave Pipe over here? Put on, what is it Dave hates? Oh, I forgot.
I think it's Sussex. I mean, Dave Pipe. He's always on mobile.
He is on the go. He's dragon on the go. That should be his hashtag.
That's why that's it. Hashtag dragon on the go.
Oh, Carmen wants to know if we're going to do what's on the bottom. Hell yeah, Bill.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I never been prepared by this.
Just doing the thing.
What's on the bottom? What up? Oh, Bill's got pants on. Yay,
Yeah.
Bill. Candy.
I've got my pants on today.
Thank God. What
this
is on
is
the
plus-
bottom? What's on the bottom?
This is plus 18, right? Okay, good
Okay.
enough. I'm not naked. Da-da.
Ta-da! Are those jammy pants?
What do you expect? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, girl.
I'm going to say I would expect no less. Wait, Dawn was about ready to bust it out for me. Let me see it. Girlfriend, I love that little top. Cutie patootie. Oh, and we're both wearing stripes today. Hey, you know what I think we should do, by the way? Look at my little what's on the bottom skirt. I think we should all take a belfie as well. I got Bryan Kramer to take a belfie last week. Do you guys know what that is?
A butt
Explain.
selfie.
A butt selfie.
I hate selfie. I hate selfie. Come on, give me a break.
Sheffy says 50 Shades of Mia. Love it. That's hilarious.
That's the new hashtag for Mia Boss.
It is. 50 Shades of Mia. Oh, Kristen says hi to you, by the way, Candy. She's such a cutie, Kristen Drysdale.
She is. She's a real cutie.
Donald Brandt wants to know if I'm going to go up to Denmark. Okay, on the next trip. I really am making this the year of Mia on the go, so you guys think I'm kidding around. I ain't playing. Lynn
do a
says...
Christmas show up that way. Go up to, like, Norway, Denmark, go visit Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Reindeer.
That's a nice point of view, Bill.
I think I should do it. Listen, Dave says thanks. His webcam is not working at the moment. Once he's got his other lappy working, he might. So listen, you guys are going to have that opportunity on March 22nd, which is my birthday. We'll be in Milan. I'm going to be pulling in party people. That's like we did last year. But we can't sing happy birthday because we get in trouble.
Of
you know
course.
that, right? Yeah, they get all mad.
The law and
Copyright.
Oh, YouTube gets butt hurt. That's all. Michael Thomas, hey brother, love to see him. Crystal, drive by hangout. Hey girlfriend, I got to see her little. And I've officially named her baby Mr. Man Pants. So anytime you talk about Crystal's baby, it's Mr. Man Pants. Rain, of course, Bill Ashton. See if anybody else. Mike John, hi Emmy. Good to see you. All right, guys, you have anything to close out with before we head out of here? Anybody want to give me your bat crap crazy? I didn't get to ask Ted. So, Candy, what are you bat crap crazy about?
Okay, right at the moment, my bat crap crazy it will be next week by Dennis Deuce. You know the show. I'm going to be in the panel. That's March 10. Remember
Excellent.
that. I know you know that already, girlfriend, and you plus it. You're going there.
I did.
And that's for me. It's about my bat crap crazy right now.
I love it. Post that link for us too. That's gonna be good.
Yes, I will.
All March babies all the time. All right. How about my twinsy Dawn? What are you bat crap crazy about, girlfriend?
I am bat crap crazy about you and Italy.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna live
me too.
vicariously through you.
You're gonna get a little buzz.
Yeah, I am. I'm just going to have wine all the time. So.
Just like, I'm 8 hours ahead. It's 10 in the morning. Dawn's like, what? I'm on Mia time.
Yeah. Mia's drinking, so am I.
Yeah, it's like, it's twinsies, you know. They're supposed to do the same thing. Thank you, honey. I'm bat crap crazy about you. Thank you so much for your friendship, and I'm so glad we're going to be able to celebrate this. So, yeah, you have to make sure to keep our birthday open as much as you can. Tell Joe to give you a little get-out-of-jail card on that day. Kay?
Okay.
We'll have brunch together. Yay. All right, Bill, what are you bat crap crazy about, brother man?
Bat crap crazy about a lot of things. But I love my dogs and my wife. I love sunshine. Wait, you just want
Rainbows.
Rainbows, unicorns. Nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
I got nothing.
I'm bat crap. I'm actually pretty nutty about all of the stuff going on in social media today. The stuff that Ted was talking about, the RonR, is right up my alley as far as just my own hobby stuff that I'd like to dig into the sociological side of things and see how people are interacting between each other and how important it is and how cool it feels as an end user or end consumer when a big company or a big entity that seems untouchable actually reaches back and communicates with you one-to-one. It gives you a feeling of empowerment. So I'm pretty bat crap crazy about empowering end users in just about every area. So I'm in technology, so that's what I try to do.
You're the Renaissance man. I love that about you, and I love your curiosity for things, which is how stuff gets done.
Yeah, why not? You know?
I love that. You guys definitely go read that book, and thank you for that shout out too, because I have to go back and watch the first half of the show with Ted.
What's the name of this book again?
There's two. So the first one is Return on Relationship, and that's a book that he co-wrote, and I just forgot her name, but I think I put both. All right, the dog's ready to go out, apparently. I put, yeah, did you hear the little Colorado? The first one is Return on Relationship. I'll put a copy of that, a picture of that on here, and then the other one is How to Look People in the Eye Digitally, which I really did enjoy. He's just got these step-by-step things, so I think it's great for corporations, small companies, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, everything. I mean, it really just kind of gives you a little what to do and what not to do. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Yay. Yay. All right, so as you guys know, I'm Mia Voss, and apparently it didn't, and I'm unstoppable, and apparently it didn't work, and, you know, there's also, this sign is going to Italy, by the way. Yay, wine. I am crazy. I am backcrap crazy for the Winerist again, so go to winerist.com. They are the major sponsor for this trip, power patron, and have made a lot of, you're going to see a lot of expeditions at wineries mainly. I think I am going to the Vatican as well. So, and make sure to go check out that storyboard. You'll be able to see each of the places that I'm going. Pio Del Sin is also making it happen. I'm very backcrap crazy about him. We're going to be in Treviso and Cadone, I think. I got to learn, you know, I've got a week and a half to learn more Italian, just so you know.
Did you install Google Translate voice translate
you have
already?
to install.
Well, I'm gonna do, and Nazim. I told Nazim I'm pretty much just gonna be like, Nazim, what did this guy just say? Like, I do hangouts with him when I'm around the country, like, just so I don't get, you know, taken for a ride. And Gino Velarde, I have to give a shout out to you guys. He came by last night. He's a local designer. He brought over dresses for me to bring to Italy and wear. And it is the shiz. And I got to try them on. We got to play dress up. He's an amazing designer. He also designed a dress made for somebody with junk in their trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Right here.
Yeah.
So, shout out to him. Loved him to death. All right, guys, that's it. So I'm Mia Voss. This is Bill Reed. Oh, no, that's Candy. That's Bill Reed. Hey. Candy, say your last name for me. I mess it up all the time. Javier Sup. Let's say it.
It's Candy. It's Candy Javier Sakai.
I was close. I had the Javier part right. Thanks
It's
for coming
okay.
on.
It's okay.
Thanks for getting up in the middle of the night watching us.
I know.
It's great to see you. And Bill, thank you for popping in here, too. I know you're on your work day. And this is my twinsy, Dawn. Oh, cat bomb right now. Look at the cat in the background.
He's eating my flowers.
That is Bob Voss approved right there. That is the coolest looking cat I've ever seen. Holy moly.
Nuts. He's crazy.
That is going, he is. That's going in the timestamps. You guys, that's it for us. I'm Mia Voss. Tune in next week, March 13th, the second Friday and 13th in a row, 2 months in a row. How lucky are we? We're going to be talking about the hashtag Mia on the Go trip. I'm going to pop that in there if you guys go and subscribe to my website at themiaconnect.com. That way you can watch all the fun that's happening. Okay, bye, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.